Yo guys, let me double check the audio is coming in. Looks like it is. Alright, so this is your maps. This went pretty well. Like I said, to remember
5, 4,
the
3, 2,
Doomfist
one.
Ham and Ball are looking to play the peel on the team if they're
Round
running
one,
dive themselves. So
capture the
just
objective.
match the monkey, fuck them up, then go in. Obviously, the sniper is rough on most of this comp. Just protect Louis. Everyone else really doesn't need protection. Okay. So this guy. So with the rollout over here, gotta try and, when you're engaging on ball, yeah, do this real quick. Oh, okay, that's not a good idea. So when you're engaging on ball, try and just come up to here, scout, and just use pile drive without using the grapple. Because what that does is, as soon as you grapple, you can grab and hook and come back to our team. You're forcing cooldowns out, stuff like that. Our comp isn't really happy about playing their comp. So definitely, like, their biggest weaknesses are Anna, McCree, and once Zarya has no bubbles, she's pretty easy to isolate. Doomfist is gonna have trouble with Kree, but Doomfist can bully the fuck out of Reinhardt. So both Ball and Doomfist are looking to scoop Reinhardt towards us. A little bit unlucky because we're unscouted here going in. Kind of like going into this, but Bebop, you really can't be engaging with grapple. So that grapple is what probably kills you. You have to remember also that Reinhardt's shield blocks your adaptive shields. So if we go back here,
Detecting excitement.
see how you're at almost 0. It's probably fast to see. You're at almost 0 when you actually pop your adaptive shield. Because when Reinhardt goes up, he looks down with his shield. You're at 0 and then you pop it. This is why you have no health. Reinhardt sucks. It would have been a little bit easier if you hadn't scooped in like that. You can also, if you want to engage that rapidly, which is cool, is just roll through them and don't have to use power driver so early. Because then when you use power driver, you're going to be forced to use adaptive shields. Those cooldowns are kind of tied together. But you can roll through them as much as you want, and it's a very, very short cooldown. So displace them, don't let them come in, get an idea what their comp is, and just isolate targets, right? Obviously, you guys lose this fight. Watch it in half time. That's just a nice kill on our pharmacy. The jumping, don't jump places, just walk. But
The
it's
objective
okay.
is now active.
So whatever. Here I tell you guys that 222 Ghost counters Reinhardt, and it does to an extent. Obviously they have a lot of ults now, and with the ultimate nerf, that's a little rough. So what you're looking to do, and this is what Cream was trying to say earlier about the Mei thing, is to show yourself, and then as they're like hunkering down, of course they don't have Mei right now, but speed boost and take a different way in. With this map in particular, all 3 chokes are rough as fuck. So here, because of this wall, know, they're Reckless is playing really smart right now and not burning their Rhine shield. If they burn their Rhine shield, they fucking lose. So I think around this time I tell you guys to rotate like that. I don't remember. Here, so really important with this composition is May always, you want to be, May and Roadhog, you want to keep Orisa right about here. You want to be on this side of her hip. So that way you never cross in front of her. Reaper, right now I would be playing with the team, but on this map in particular, if you can get into here, that's pretty nice, especially once we get our composition down onto the point. Because as they rotate from up here or down, you can really fucking pressure them from this side. And if you need to bail out, you can just raid. So here, what, are you still on cooldown for Maywall? 3 seconds. Interesting. No, that shit comes back. You should have it. Oh, huge. No. Okay, so, sorry, I'm really tired, so my speech is a little fucked up right now. Don't make plays, don't flank, play in the goats comp, burn the fucking Reinhardt shield. So here we're pressuring him, but we're split, we're in different places. Right where Yeti was starting to retreat and back up, Maywall up here. If they had somehow flanked and their front line didn't push very hard, then you have the May here again to free stuff and Reaper blow it up and whatever. We can't rotate, we can't stabilize without the May, so this is like just use the May wall to help tank. I don't know, like Yeti, maybe give people heads up when you need May wall. Like be like, so for, okay, so if this was me, let's go to Yeti. Let's go back a little bit more, and I'm gonna use the wall up for a little bit. Like I'm trying to heal. Like your tank's trying to heal when you put it up, and we're trying to stabilize. We're trying to stop that damage from coming in. Flashing it up and down doesn't help. It's basically as if it was instantly broken by the other team.
Stop right there.
Okay, shield broke, new shield for 2, rotate. Okay, placing shield, just gonna use halt to kite, using halt to kite. Shield's half, shield's gonna go down soon. Need merit, wall. Okay. So, that's how I would have kind of saw that. Like, you can see the Orisa shield is going to drop way before my cooldown is up. So Maywall up quick, help us like not be fucking destroyed when this goes down. Yeah, that's kind of how I would see it. So obviously whatever, they use ults, they isolate you guys very quickly. I do want to kind of default coming from below, because we're already at 70%, we're on the last fight. So the reason I like coming from below is because Reaper can dip into this room ASAP. I know I told you guys to go to the spawn side. Honestly, I think setting up... Watch this. Maybe the way you do go is okay. So I kind of wouldn't mind setting up... Holy heckin'. Okay. Setting up here because you have this pretty much so long sight line. If when your Orisa shield breaks, you can take cover here. The back line can take cover here. This one's actually pretty safe to take cover, I guess, because you can't be booped that way. You can only be booped through right there. So being right up against here should be okay. The problem is you can't. It's going to be hard to contest point without opening up, like without opening up here. So then we would have to put our back line out this way, which is a huge risk. So probably the way you guys went is ideal. The anti sucks. That's fine. Maywall, like, just to make a Zarya fuck off. Maywall should be used to, like, stop the entire enemy team. One single person, just headshot them with Icicle or freeze them to make them fuck off, but just play tighter on Orisa here. So here's where I'm saying I want Reaper to kind of peel this way. Just Reaper. Maybe Lucio. I'm not sure yet. Because with the Lucio's speed, that'd be pretty pog. Let's put this in real time. So you kind of see, like, if you really need it. Oh, like, you be right on the Moira, right on the Anna. Maywall comes up late because we had burned its cooldown. Just trying to make Zarya fuck off. Where did we amp speed on this rotation? That is actually kind of important. 1, 2, 3, F4.
Oh, turn it up!
Not bad. So just stabilize. Obviously, you guys flipped the point. This happens so fast. But we're just not generating any ults.
Let's take it from the top.
Oh shit! What the hell just happened? Activating objective. Whatever. Yeah. So those are some different things I would change with this. And like, there's no problem too if you set up here, like on that last fight, you set up here. You go through a lot of cooldowns. You're not getting any advantages. You guys can go, like, they don't even have a Mei. You guys can go back into here, and if they chase, then you can Mei wall them out. Or you can halt hook or something, or, like, just keep burning that Reinhardt shield. Like, you don't need to, on your rotation, go all the way to the objective. The one through there kind of works like that, but, like, I feel like we always try and rush to the objective instead of, like, playing the space on the battlefield, and I think that gets us caught out, and like we don't get to go and use our abilities because our team's not like really playing with each other anymore. Let's go to the much more intense map here. I have faith that you guys will dive the shit out of them on the other 2 rounds of that. I also think you guys will probably pull off. You know what, let me show you some stuff real quick, Bebop. I was like, why is Yeti in there? This is 2CP, which is control. Cool. Oh god, please start on Mecha base.
Now traveling to Busan.
Of course not. Okay, how do I change
With
this?
every death comes honor. With
Sorry
honor,
guys, unlucky.
redemption.
Scuffed video. Gonna have to brute
Now
force this.
traveling to Busan.
Control link established.
Right hero though.
Now traveling to Busan.
What?
Rolling out.
Unlucky.
Now traveling to Busan.
I will protect the innocent.
Now traveling to Busan.
Thank you.
Navigating.
Ugh. At least I have stuff stocked. See here, I would just come up, scout a little bit. Obviously, you could have grappled out, but then, first you can like do things like come from here.
Maximum speed
Roll through.
achieved.
Other thing you can do is pause. What?
Combat mode engaged.
Oh, what the fuck button is that? Okay. Pause right there. Like to get out way faster. Does pretty good damage. But like, I'm sure you know this, but you just like roll off and you can power drive. You don't need to use grapple for it, so there's lots of locations here where you can do just jump off and go off the edge and then power drive back on. Do that there. Just very easily just jump off of here so you can get whatever you want. Power drive goes the way you look, so I can roll this way, jump, and just click hard like that, and power drive there. I'm pretty sure I should be able to jump off this and power drive the main door. Wow, you can just roll over that. So, doing this stuff
Full speed.
way simpler with the triangle. And now I have no abilities, and also you don't have to use this thing to hook. You have a roof above you. Wow, I fucking suck today. Sorry. But yeah, you know, you can just... What the hell? I'm so bad with the keyboard, guys. Sorry. My point is with the roof is that it's kind of like... It kind of gives you almost like a kind of thing where like, you can just do whatever you want because there's no sky above you. It's pretty dope.
Double speed.
Anyway, on to the much more important map, or much more complicated one. I think you guys will wreck on King of the Hill there. I'm not really worried about it. Temple of Anubis. So, this is
Now
what you guys
entering
do.
the temple of Anubis.
Oh. This is, I meant to do the other one. This one. There's no...
Attackers incoming in 30 seconds.
Oh, I have to leave. Interesting. Career profile, replays. Is it the second one? Or am I a bot?
Now entering the temple of Anubis.
No, it was the second one. Spectate overlay.
Attackers incoming in 30 seconds.
So basically, we need to talk about DPS on dive, how you guys need to rotate and take space. You guys are just as important as the tanks in controlling space. I'll also start going over the positioning for you, Louis, as much as I can. Hopefully I don't forget for the other maps.
Incoming. Defend objective A.
So here you all come out. This is what they're running, okay. Bunker, one sniper, they're all stacked. They have a turret there, okay. Your Sombra, who's going to always take a moment to scout, look, set up, throw a translocator. She's never going to be available in the very first few moments of rolling out of spawn. Nah, we're a little stacked here, which is cool. We're still scouting. I, don't hate these jumps. Actually, it's pretty good. So, this is the current battlefield, okay? Baptiste is up here. Not sure why he's lit. I guess Genji must have hit him. Widow's up here. Their Torb was kind of... Why the fuck? Is trying to beat you guys. This is cool. Going past this is not cool. This is getting real tight. Now, going to you, Louis. Since it's 9 out of 10 times, they'll probably be running bunker up there. You can start here to pocket and shit. But ideally, you're going to want to rotate to here because this is probably the way Yeti's going to have to go every time. And if you are here, you have really nice sight lines to heal all of that in front of us without being exposed to Widow. That being said, if they have Widow guys, that's your Anna's position is back there. You come around this corner of this sign and you're fucked on heals. Right? Okay. Rex, you called to go Torb. You already heard me talk about this, but just so that everyone knows, the DPS are clearly not in position, and that you can't just like force people to be in position by wanting them there, right? Genji literally, even if he burned dash right now, there's no way in fuck he would be there. Ryan was in the middle of doing something. That was way too early. In addition, Torbjorn has armor, which makes Monkey and Diva do like 50% of their DPS, so they're like not gonna do dick to him either. So what you're gonna start seeing here on this part of the street that Bunker kind of struggles with is if you stay wrapped against this part of the building, very hard to get hit. Of course you can go through the map. Very hard to get hit. Rotate through this sign. Very defensive. Now I've opened myself up to Widow, okay? So once you cross this sign, this is when you truly enter the enemy space. Here's cool, push back Torb, you forced overload out. Just stabilize back here now. That's what you guys should be doing. So what happens is, unfortunately, and I'm not gonna lie, Louis, this is like in my opinion, this is like some of my most recent experience on Anna, knowing how to push up into shit like this. And you do a good job getting into this space, but the Torb turret fucks you, so kind of unlucky. The problem with this space here that you pushed into, even though it LS's the bunker, is you're a little squishy, so if they do have any threats there, that's an issue. Ryan probably should have scouted that and called it out. Can't remember if you did. But yeah, so while this is going on, they rotate to cut off our tanks from the point. We overextended, and although Louis wasn't immediately in that position, this isn't really his fault. If we had not gone past that sign, we could have LOS'd a shit ton of damage, and the tanks wouldn't be in this state. I see how you're pressuring them from up here, but you need to start rotating ASAP. These first few moments, I'm not really concerned with you building ult charge. I'm concerned with you, maneuvering like you can dash over to here and double jump through here. You could have been up here pressuring while they rotated and then continued rotating yourself. So you could be setting up here, or you could be getting ready to pressure Widow, or you can be coming down here and getting ready to pressure point from the other side. So rotating on the flank and controlling this as Genji is pretty important. Because imagine, especially if you're right here, you can be just pressuring the fuck out of Orisa and making her stay on point, making her back up even more. And even Widow, to really come contest you, is going to have to come take a pretty nasty angle. Alright, imagine your Widow trying to come here to shoot a Genji, and you're just open all here to Anna shit and Diva, and if they probably still don't know if we have a Widow or not. And like you're too far to respond to anything from here is the other problem. But it is nice you're kind of controlling the space underneath there, so that if they had anything that could come, they can't contest it. So obviously, just because of our misplay by the tanks, we get D-Max, she gets burned down, then the turret ganks Louis. I'm guessing you just jumped at the turret, and you did, but cool, you probably don't have bubble, and it's going to burn you down, so that's considered a hard engage. Probably should have just jumped out, not at it, but that's fine. So what would have I done? Yeah, we're gonna talk about that right now. Where is my stop banana? There you are. Diverse bunker, thank you. Alright, so there's gonna be 2 plays in here. One's for the first one, the next one's, fuck, not this one. Shit. Exit without saving. Did I not save it? That'd be a huge feels bad. Dive against meta 821, Temple of Anubis. Okay. I'm a bot. So, this is that scenario. Guy stacked here, Ryan's going there, and this is how I would have rotated. So I would have had Monkey stabilize here. You shouldn't have gone through that corner. Here. Mercy, go with them immediately and hug this corner. Anna will keep you up. From what, like, if you hug along this wall like I was saying, you can't get hard focused by their sight lines at all unless they literally come, if they rotate off the high ground and collapse on you. If they do that shit, we can counter collapse and you can probably get out. So as you can see at the beginning here, this is just starting from Louis' position, but I would have, you know, come out to here, pump out those heals. Genji starts going on a long flank, or if you feel like the Widow's not good, you can go through a shorter flank straight through here. Ryan, so the idea here is to wrap them and slowly take space, control this high ground and this high ground. My philosophy, this is monkeys, this is divas. I want our Anna up here, and this is going to be where our Sombra returns to when she comes back and translocates. Because if they come and push her after she translocates, this is a really strong defensible area. There's not a lot of strong defensible areas on the left side outside of here and here. But those are really fucking far away from the point. So we like this one because she can just come right here and immediately rejoin the fight. Maybe get one heal from Anna and drop down or hack something. Hacking from the high ground is really easy. This area also, this side is exposed to incoming respawns. So this side is, you know, against literally the edge of the map. There's never going to be any threats that come from this way. This side has a ticking time to when stuff becomes contested or hot or when it's safe and stuff like that. So the idea here is that we use this monkey jump, we pressured monkey back. They are kind of giving up the space for free. I don't really blame them. I wouldn't want to have a monkey right next to me either, because honestly you can just split their team on your next jump and they probably realize that they're not going to be able to kill you. So this is probably a pretty good rotation by them. So the Widow, it's a little scuffed. It's rotating a little too early. So on Monkey's next jump with Bubble, I would attack, or I would take the space on top of this Widow perch. So I would just come, get my Bubble. Like, I would maybe even bubble and just jump straight up, so that way I can't get hooked. Or if they're not looking at me, I can just jump straight up and then bubble and chill up here. Mercy, go with him. So you can also use Genji to bring you up here, Mercy, and then go with Genji up to there. But basically, I want Mercy, Genji, and Monkey controlling this Widow high ground and forcing her off. Any good Widow is going to fucking grapple to one of these high grounds as soon as Monkey contests. Monkey, I don't want you jumping up there until you see Diva's silhouette right around here, because this high ground has to be contested too. If she goes here for free and Diva's still down here and Anna's still down here, you're going to get really hard hit by Widow. And if you had to use, depending where you had to use your barrier to block the hook, there's no consistent way you can guarantee you'll have Bubble up here. If she gets a headshot on you, you're going to be really close to dead. Also, there's a risk of her headshotting Mercy. If she grapples over here and now she has a Diva and an Anna up here, there's no way in hell this Widow's gonna land a clean headshot on anyone. This will force her down. After we stabilize, Anna's gonna pump a lot of heals in you once we've established this. You can see we've already like softly wrapped them. So ideally what would happen next is Sombra's gonna call a target she wants to uninvis on. You're gonna drop. Your main goal is to survive, not to kill, but you're going to attempt to pressure whoever the DPS are on and cleave as much damage as possible to start building your ult. Genji's going to be listening if someone's one to dash, and he's also going to be building his ult. D.Va is just basic. I did not mean to drag that. Unlucky. Is going to be chilling up here and basically looking to bail your ass out if you fuck up something. Also, really, really importantly, is that if they had a flanker, and this is the reason D.Va goes with Anna. Well, there's two reasons. Anyone that goes to contest Anna has to deal with the best peel tank in the fucking game. If Monkey jumps up here, he gets booped. If Sombra comes up here, she'll get booped and almost one-shotted by D.Va and DM all of her spam on Anna. Genji comes up here, DM the shurikens, hit him with boop. Like, don't let him near Anna. There's literally, you'd have to send like a dive to get this Anna, and even then, these two would just cut you all and go into this room with a mega health pack. This is so strong. Other downside of D.Va is she does not have that 360 bubble Monkey has, right? So she can get hooked and all these sorts of things, and she's always exposed. I think D.Va requires quite a bit more healing than Monkey. So having her next to someone who pumps out a lot of heals will help us farm Nano, and she can really comfortably continue to do her job. If you fuck up, she can drop down and DM and then boost back up. Neither of you should be using your mobility to go down there, Bebop and Yeti. Always have it to get out. Unless we're like 2+ up in the fight, we've already secured 2 kills. Don't hard engage. It's such a quick way to throw. So this is like the first scenario. Basically, yeah, that's the end of the timestamp. So this is how you massage the space, how you use cooldowns. Then you go and engage and strangle them, right? This is going to net you a lot more ult charge gain than what you just did. So now we'll watch the next fight, because they never come up to retake the space they lost. I don't think they do. I don't remember. So Genji, you don't know. Like, honestly, I've never been a big fan of Genji going on the right side here, just because, like, I feel like with dash, you don't get that many escapes the way you do on the left side. And honestly, Sombra's gonna have a much harder time utilizing the left. This is fine. Thing with the DPS and dive is like you guys on the main team constantly want to be. You want to be within distance of the team to like dash to them and get support and stuff like that. But like you guys just want to be pressuring like from different angles so that like it really really frustrates Bunker or Ryan Zarya having to defend from so many different ways.
Ahorita regreso.
You guys, the tanks take a nice rotating path. Louis, you should have taken that path too. You see how there's all that fire in the way now? And you could possibly get hooked here. Instead, D.Va, you cross in front of the bunker, which is of course gonna get you hooked if you don't eat it. I'm not a big fan of going into the strongest part of bunker, especially with dive. Look at all the space on the left side we are not using. They're pretty holed up right now. Like, they have that respawning torb, but like they are very dedicated to putting their backline in that room and trying to hold that high ground. They've completely left this high ground open to us. They just don't care to use it. I know you guys do care, but... So here's unlucky, you get demeched way too early. Yeti is doing the job I kind of would rather Bebop be doing with Anna. But it's pretty good. The hack is nice that she can't use grapple. Where's... Oof. Wow, she landed a headshot while she dropped? Interesting, but... If you had path through here, Louis, this is the much better... Because, like, you only are open for this long on the rotation, and Bebop can help you make that. And you path through here, just like a really long exposure while you rotate. But once you're in this...
Personne n'échappe à mon regard.
So, yeah.
See you later.
What the heck just happened there?
Der Kampf ist noch nicht vorbei.
Personne n'échappe à mon regard. See you later.
That's just kind of a
Amateur.
This is a really nice kill by Unev. I think this is the next scenario I really cared to talk about. I'm pretty sure it, let's see. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is it. I'm not sure, but we'll watch this together. So here we have Dragon Blade, and people, because we got a few kills, are yelling to use it. You guys are 3 versus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and a turret, including a Baptiste who probably has all his cooldowns, and he does. So yeah, no, don't just fucking, just because like, something I'm gonna constantly repeat: having an ult plan is great, executing an ult plan is great. Executing an ult plan as your very first resource, not in love with. Attacking a team that has full resources is asking for trouble. Like, they're gonna Baptiste ult it, Baptiste is gonna jump out, like, Zen doesn't have Transcendence, but you get hooked, like, need to start getting out some of their resources here before we go and use Blade. So what I would probably do is would probably be keeping an eye on my spawn. What do we have here? We have Anna. Anna's not close to Nano. Yeah, let's just watch this. Now this is pretty good. Getting the 4 of you up here with an anti possibly in the making. And here we go. Now we have Sombra Diva, everyone's here. Honestly, I would have been watching as your teammates came in, Nebby, and rotated down to here. So that as they backed up from your teammates, it's a lot easier to land projectiles going straight than trying to shoot them straight down, right? This is really, really good cover, and you're gonna funnel, like, they're trying to funnel this way to kite, and you would have been able to put a lot of pressure on them by that wrap. So that's pretty good. And the timing on the blade's pretty good. You know, we waited, we literally had them at 1, they were backpedaling, lamp was already out before you bladed, so we know we were gonna burn that down by the time before blade was over. This is maybe not ult tracking, but yeah. So what do they use? Baptiste ult, Genku. Yeah. Primal was valiant. Honestly, I feel like you guys would have had the same outcome without Blade. Not gonna lie. I think they were pretty hard wrapped, and that you guys could have just taken that fight dry, and they would have used just as many. You guys would have started racking up kills, and those ults would have came out from them. Like, I don't think Blade is why you won that engagement, or were starting to win that engagement. I think it was your positioning was why you won it. Trying to remember. I think you guys, yeah, you guys just get it off EMP here. So let me remember what the fuck I wanted to do here. I think this is where the moment. I remember this moment. Okay, it's probably right here. No, a little farther back. Yeah, it's like right around here. Where's our monkey? Oof, up top. Yeah, wouldn't have rotated that way. So where is Diva? Diva, did she get hooked yet? What the heck? Yep, she already got hooked. That explains the buzzing sound. Right here is where where my thing kicks in. So, see, you got that. Anna's out in the street there. So what I would have done is I would have postured right here. Postured here. It's a little rough for Monkey. Like, you can also, Yeti, go through up here and then try and jump up. But, you know, you're looking to possibly still get hooked, so you gotta break that with the bubble probably. Like, you probably have to bubble then jump, which sucks. Not gonna lie. If they had Junkrat or something up in the Widow's Nest, that would be really, really, really rough. But this is what I would do. I would jump up here, and I would have Genji burn hit whatever cooldowns he needed. So if he needed to deflect and run, then dash, and then wall run up, or just dash over and wall run up, and then deflect while he's up here to kite some damage, right? She's already really far back. Mercy's gonna have the toughest of this. Try and move quickly and flick down so that you can drop your head so that Widow doesn't hit you. You guys could wait too for Diva to actually come up to here before you do that rotation, so that way there's some pressure, like double the pressure, so Widow's got to look in two spots at once. But pretty much come up here, Diva push through here with Anna, exactly kind of like how I was saying before, but this is how I would have done it from that position you were just in. And this is how they're set up. Again, we're using Brigitte instead of Baptiste. But, like, they're fucked. Like, Widow can't hit any of this. And then what I would have done on Sombra is, I forget where you are here. I think you're up here, man. We'll go over your translocator in a second, but just chill down here. Chill back here, just keep an eye on the Zenyatta, and just once. So our first step is setting up here. This entire time we're burning cooldowns, taking neutral space, setting up, stabilizing our health. Sombra's just watching the enemy, You're doing nothing, dude. No one's stealthing and farming to translocate. Like, you're just chilling. Watch the Zenyatta, watch his body language, watch how he likes to AD spam, so that when you come out of stealth, you've watched him for a bit and you have a higher chance of one-clipping him. So that's what I would do. And then what I would do, because we have Blade here, is first of all, we would dry, without Blade, this is dry pressuring. Monkey, I would just, using your W key, I don't think I need to show much more of this fight. I'm not sure. Yeah, we're gonna go to the custom game real quick. Game browser, create. Wow, my brain is so tired. It is pretty late. Assault Temple of Anubis. Cool, thanks. That's
Now entering the Temple of Anubis.
Together we are strong. Together we are strong.
Imagination is the essence of discovery.
oh my god. Why is that happening? Whatever. back up here. Literally, Anna can see me, but the Widow can't, and the Widow, if she grapples from here to across, that is why you wait for our Diva to be on the other side. Now I have my cooldown, I would jump like this.
Barrier up.
So I'm on the Zen, but I am split. I have split and separated myself away from these two tanks. You can even jump to like land here.
Barrier activated.
So you can like kind of play around that if you want. I don't know if you can make it without speed. Wow. Okay. Can you make that? Just barely. Yeah, you can just go like that, zap the shit out of the boy, go up. Oh, you'd be fucked. But yeah, so you're gonna see is obviously if you contest with just bubble, then you can. This is like the monkey location, right? Anna can hit you from there. Unless somehow they're collapsing on Anna, there's no reason for you to go back on that side. You want to always stay on the opposite side of Diva, so that they have to worry about both of you. What? Can you zap them?
This will protect us.
So what you're gonna see next is we can say like assuming you guys failed. This is how you bail out. So Diva went to push the Baptiste and Widow with Anna, which honestly 100% they're gonna bail and drop. I just didn't move them. But Diva and Anna come here to stabilize. Okay, the gank didn't go well on Sombra. She comes up here. This is where, as Sombra, I want you to have your translocator. This is our territory. This will be our space. And you can put your translocator hidden in here, down here, like, so that they don't break it before, like, you know, before we own this space. If Widow happens to be going through or Baptiste, they don't spot it and break it. But you come through here because it's the quickest way to be back in the fight, M1ing shit down there, hacking stuff. It'll be very, very fast. Mercy is going to be the healer on the opposite side, and she will be floating around with Monkey and Genji, keeping them up. It's really easy for Mercy to keep consistent heals on these two while they're going all over the place, in case Anna's getting contested and her and Diva are in a duel to protect Anna. Mercy's got these two. Sombra, you're kind of usually on your own until that moment you translocate back to our team. Here's where you would get a bunch of heals. So this is like you guys go in, soft engage, try and secure a kill. You're gonna have crazy pressure from the Sombra, using Tesla on the Zen. I would be shocked if you guys didn't get it low enough between an anti and that and a Genji dash to pull off the kill. But Genji, you gotta save dash to come back up. It's kind of, and then you would just do it again and drop again. So like, you know, you drop, Sombra can drop too at the same time on the Zen or on whoever. Like, you guys don't really want to engage this. You just want to play around it and isolate these much squishier targets. And like the moments where like you guys are dropping on the Zen and getting him really low, and then they start burning all sorts of cooldowns, those are the times where then you can go into using ults, using your ult plan. And that's those are like when you really like put the nail in the coffin with the ultimate. But you can't just spam your ultimate from the main choke over here and think it'll work. What was I gonna say with Genjo? Yeah, go over that real quick. The translocator, I forget where you had it, bro. It might just be our team positioning, us not knowing where the team should be, and you not being able to guess, or being hard to guess that. Make sure you try and play some Sombra tomorrow. Play around with like. It's more about understanding maps than it is really about understanding your team comp. So with Genji, Not sure if you notice rotation, double jump up, deflect.
I am ready.
Ah, I can't play with a fucking keyboard. You can dash straight up to here. Double jump through. And you're right here. What the fuck is your melee?
I understand.
Okay. Well, whatever. You would melee. If Widow's over there, you can pressure her. If she didn't even hit. And where's your crouch? Whatever. You know, you come up, surprise the Widow. Really nice angles here. Also, when you come down, like on these apartments, like you can pretty much, obviously you're open a lot to Widow there, but it's pretty good. Really big fan of being on this side as Genji. Like, just the wall running is so fucking broken. That side I feel like you're too closed in. You can't really utilize Genji that well. Yeah, okay, let's go to the next map. Sorry, I'm so scatterbrained, guys. But yeah, I think one of our biggest issues is when we're coming out the gate in those dry fights, and with the whole ult nerf, it's taking forever to build these ultimates. I think that's what's killing you guys on completing maps right now. Oh my gosh, I have to leave the game. So with the positioning on that map, kind of explained it a little bit there, Louis. On defense with the meta, you want to counter rotate the way they're going. So if they're coming that side, Orisa sets up here and you guys set up back there. If they're coming this side, Orisa sets up here and you guys can go back a bit. You can meet them like right here as they rotate through if they're like a mirror comp. And the back line can go through there. Can even like play this corner. I don't know if you guys realized the positioning of backline based on the last video that I was doing on like Hanamura, but it's like really important to use corners so that you can open and close the angle on the and isolate the attacker's LOS while maintaining LOS on your team. So that's why you're always going to play like corners like this, like this, like this. This one's usually where, like, if you're playing ranked ladder, you would sit right here as Ana, because you can't get shot by anything. You can heal the entire points, and it's pretty good, while this side is a little bit not as good. But if they come through here, this isn't the best because it's a really long pathing to here that you can get killed. And if you use this corner to break LOS, which you can, the team can just gonna have to back up. But the problem with this corner is that this bridge thing over here, Widow can now see you. Like, if you're not actually pressed against this, Widow can hit everything here. This all becomes space she is making. So this side's a little rough to hold. And I would probably push up to right here, honestly. Here or here, depending if they have Widow or not. If they have Widow, I would probably be here. If they don't have Widow, I would probably be here, because if our backline falls, I can rotate this way, and I have this thing covering me. While, like, if we get pushed, and I can get isolated here as Ana. It's kind of positioning. Or Ana and Baptiste and Zenyatta all have the same positioning, pretty much. And obviously, support should never, ever, ever stand on top of each other. Okay. Wow, I'm getting hungry. Interesting.
Traveling to Numbani, ready for battle.
Going through this. I think you on stealth really early, Ryan?
Attackers Ready. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Attackers incoming. Defend
So
objective
they're
A.
running dive. Okay, let's take them all out of the map. Don't worry about them. Anna always starts here. Diva here. Diva floats on the street here. Monkey, just burn jump, come right here. And then we start talking about what to do. So the reason you come up here, Monkey, is on the edge of here. Anna has LOS, but Anna's not in danger. Mercy has LOS, but Mercy's not in danger. If you somehow get fully dived by all 6 of their team, you have Diva to help peel you out. You have your own bubble. And if you go against this wall, the only people that can see you are on this corner and on that high ground. So the first reason you come up here is posturing, reset, jump cooldown. Second reason, scout the left side and coast. Genji or whoever should be going coast or through here. This way is interesting because there's no health packs. And pretty easy to be scouted from that doorway on. So you can they can have a monkey kind of scout you, or their monkey can know about you before you even know about him. Also it's just like not friendly. Like it's a hard choke point, right? So if you go coast, which might take you a minute, they're less likely to see you immediately. You're not reachable. Right now, Monkey can't really jump you in a timely fashion the way he can instantly get on top of you and isolate you there. You have a mini there, and you have the mega over there. So this area is way fucking nicer. You can also, if you rotate to right here, play like the bottom of the stairs. You have sight lines and making space down to that mega. And you can pressure the fuck out of up there. And this is where I want to keep talking about, like, our DPS on dive need to fan out, take secure positions with cover, right? I'm always using cover. I'm not just out here just, like, double jumping around, right? Here in cover, fucking left click the tanks, left click whatever you can. You can easily left click the soldier. He does not move as sporadically as Farah and Mercy are going to. Build a blade, force them back. Like, they have pretty fucking low healing. It's just a Zen Mercy. If you're headshotting the Monkey and Diva, they're gonna back up because you're gonna be forcing them to use tank cooldowns. So what happens is you're postured here. I think we're just forehead running Sombra here, which is cool. I don't care. So Monkey's up here, and then what Monkey's gonna do is if they hard commit Monkey, there's a really good chance that with the shuriken span from down that lane and anti-grenade and shit like that, Monkey and Diva can really counter dive someone who tries to push Monkey, because Monkey has much better support. If Soldier pushes up here, he loses Zen support. Zen literally, there's never been, as far as I know, is Zenyatta pushed up enough to discord from here unless they're on the other high ground. And honestly, that's pretty fucking crazy if he's over there. So yeah, basically you're looking here to massage and control this space, trade cooldowns with them, and make these guys back up just a hair. Kind of make between Diva and Soldier like the neutral space. And you see all the time in Owl, dive versus dive, 2 monkeys just zapping each other in the face with their bubbles here because the attacking team is just, the attacking team needs to establish this space, and the defending team is just not giving them any space for free, right? We talk about that all the time when you guys are on defense. So that is what you do. Start building Nano Blade. And so what you're going to do, it depends on how that other team's position. If they're up there and they're there, you're really kind of stuck here until we establish control of that high ground. But even then, like, you can chill here. So if they have this high ground and we've successfully established control of that one, that's a shit ton of fake heroes we're kind of talking about here for them to have control of there, back there, and over there, okay? So likely they probably don't have much control of that, but if they do, you can kind of You can come up from the corner a little bit, but you have to be pressed against this wall, so none of that shit can see you. Obviously, right now, in this scenario, Yeti can say coast side is clear, coast, like, that high ground is clear, no one's over there, Genji would confirm it. You can use this wall and push up. Pushing up here opens up the point. If you see something you don't like there, you can back up within a millisecond and buy it, right? You can go like this all you want. See Zenyatta, don't see him, see him, don't see him, see him. Okay, Zenyatta can't do that. For Zenyatta to open this up, he's got to jump down on point and fucking come out to here to take that choice away from you. So that's like where your pathing is on Ana as space gets controlled by our tanks. Obviously, make sure you keep the tank in front of you, though. So D.Va is going to kind of be doing the same thing and just like pushing up. Depending on how the fight goes up here, whether or not D.Va has to use cooldowns. So in this scenario, what's going to happen is you're going to come up here. Pharmacy and Soldier have a shit ton of DPS output. We're going to go through a lot of healing and tanking resources to control and hold this space after we take it. They're going to keep using their resources to make it their space, but you know, they're overextending once they go past that corner. They're not going to be able to continue that that kind of hold there. So once they start moving backwards, that's when Yeti and Bebop have decisions to make. So now here Bebop is doing what Yeti should be doing. Because what's bad about this is that if so he's using a lot of DM here. I'm not sure how much you've used so far. I think you're F11. Not too bad. You're only using a little bit. And you're doing a really good job hugging, and I do remember that this does turn the corner. Oh my god, let me... Okay, or not. Fuck you, Blizzard.
Time to raise my DPS.
So the problem is... Ooh. Where's our Ana? Completely exposed. Like, we don't hard engage, right? We only go in on stuff that's diveable or has been... There's a reason it's killable. That's... I don't know if Ryan, if you called something? I don't know. I've watched this before. There's nothing to call. So you need to be floating and holding this space. Monkey's gonna put pressure, and you need to be not letting the the pharmacy should just be collapsing on our Ana right now. Their D.Va's also throwing. They must have rotated. Yeah, I think they both went to push a fucking Genji. So, if no offense, Ryan, I don't think that's why. Like, you made that call and went, oh, their D.Va's throwing, let's try and get a kill real quick while she's on cooldown. Because, yeah, she's still on cooldown from pushing the Genji. No, that's okay. But I would rather just Monkey and Sombra try and make a play. And Bebop, I would, like, no matter what, Monkey's gonna get pretty fucked up right here, and he's gonna need your resources then to get out. Monkey, like, if Monkey's playing correctly, they don't need a shit ton of resources going in. So if Bebop was maintaining this high ground control and Monkey moves forward, right, because they can also collapse on our heals, then with that safety, our Ana can push up a little, can probably push to here, because there's so much mayhem going on that they shouldn't be able really to hit you through your tank, so you can start pocketing Yeti. Probably this would be the best, so you just see Yeti and no one else. This is what I mean by using corners to keep LOS of your team, but break LOS of the enemy. No one can hit me, but I can pocket the shit out of Yeti for free. But Mercy, you have to go with Yeti. Your main function is to heal Yeti into his dive. When bubble goes up, you can use it to tank damage too. Like, it's all the same damage coming from that team. They're like, and if the monkey can survive in his bubble, your skinny little ass definitely can. So you GA with the monkey in, pocket him, damage boost him, and then as bubble's ending, you GA out to Diva or to your Ana or to your Genji. So you try and pocket the monkey, and he would have a lot more health going in right now if he had your heals. And you would have a lot more ult charge. So Yeti, you had just randomly used bubble in the street earlier, so you're on cooldown, and which is why you're also taking way too much damage here. Not sure why you don't make it up there. But pretty much you get burned. Our supports, I don't think we had good LOS. Hosoi never went with you, and you don't have bubble to stabilize. You can see also that immediately as Yeti's dead, Bebop, you're about to join him. Because you guys need to not both consume damage at the same time. It splits our healing really roughly. And here you can see the pharmacy is like, oh yeah, healers are in the street. Let's not let them play the game. So this is another reason why you're not getting heals, because our Diva's not here to protect our backline. So on Numbani here, and I think I made a thing for this. I'm pretty sure I did. Also, okay, fuck off with the beeping. So, yep, cool, whatever, no big deal. Where's, Stop Banana? Fuck, I'm gonna have a rough day. Divers dive 8.21, thank you. This is where I said Genji should go coast. Let's make this bigger, hide the heroes, and hide the payload. So here you pressure them. This is where I said monkey postures. Mercy immediately comes up. You have to use monkey to body block so you can't get headshotted. And you know, like the idea is like, this is just unfortunate that your heal range is so short that you have to come up here. Ideally you wouldn't be up here at all. Diva, you kind of just float and make sure, like, we're just focusing on healing Monkey and Mercy. You don't want to consume heals yourself. You're chilling here, and you're going to, if there's a lot of damage coming down on the street, you're going to protect Ana while she protects Mercy. So what happens here is Ana should be shooting, damage boosting our Monkey / healing, and shooting. They have pretty low heals. This Diva will 100% be forced back. When that happens, we need to make sure we have been chunking up our Monkey the whole time. He's going to come here and posture and look to pressure something. Genji has this whole time. Also, Genji's going to be just pressuring the Diva. So, like, you guys should be pressuring whoever's the most overextended, because that's the safest person to pressure. It is rough with the composition they're running, which is why we run it, but Pharmacy puts a lot of damage here, and the Soldier just controls this area so nicely. Genji's really got to play his corner here to mitigate the damage from being discorded and a hit scan. Right when we get to around here, once we get someone to kind of fuck off a little, and we're having this little skirmish going on, that's when you want to unvis. That's the perfect time to unvis, because Genji can pressure point to really make people uncomfortable, and that's the, like, on Genji. And you know, he's got deflect, he's got dash, he's a big boy, he'll be fine, he can go get his mini. This is where on Sombra you just really need to put big damage in, create space by flanking, and this will help your EMP ult charge so much. So with Sombra, obviously you do what Surefour did and come down through here. But remember that their goats came through the top here. So it rejoined with their main force, but it was a little bit separate. So with the way we're going with running dive here, I'd rather you have translocator on the mega underneath here, like in the like in here. It's probably not going to get scouted, and basically rejoining the fight like here is going to be dope. So this is about the timing that you would have you've already translocated and you're almost back. But like you would have been here. So the whole time those two were dying, you would have been farming EMP a shit ton. The other place I would put it is maybe right here and use this area. So imagine if you're up there shooting, and then you translocate here. Especially if you see literally no one's on that high ground. You can translocate here. And use this corner to control and just pressure shit here. You're gonna be a little mucked because there's no health pack immediately in this vicinity. So you're looking to translocate early as fuck to save as much HP as possible, so that it takes when they notice you again, that it'll take them a minute before you actually need heals. When you go to posture down here, you could throw translocator like through there, like you can, you know, translocate and then just chuck translocator, or even throw translocator down street. Hopefully, if we don't feed, that you can just Mercy should be up here to top you off a little too. Ideally, Mercy should have gone with Monkey, and now at this point, Monkey would be jumping out or stabilizing under here. Probably jumping to here to Anna, honestly, and Diva would be going down to DM the damage, chasing the Monkey, trying to get out, and then, you know, possibly contesting and frontlining a bit. Mercy could fly to you to get out, could fly to the Genji on coast to get out, and during that can top you off on Sombra, or you can just play below health. You've seen me do it. You have a health pool for a reason. You can't just always play at 200 health. It's just not practical. You're gonna miss a lot of in-game moments that way. So this is kind of, you know, this is me talking about using the mega down low. This is assuming, say, their Monkey hard dives our Genji, he dashes out. Pharmacy could either be have pressuring that Genji or still be pressuring our Anna. I would have had our Monkey engage the lit Diva. I would have kept pressuring that and probably demeched her. So I kind of took her out. Basically, because you guys posture first and then they come into us, like catch, kind of like we do on Bunker, we should have be able to kind of close out on whoever gets lit first. So here, you know, both ways you're working and taking control of this ground. This Pharmacy is a huge threat, but she can only put damage along one of us. Genji, Diva, or Monkey. And if she tries to put damage on Diva and Anna, Diva's going to do a really fucking banging job eating those rockets and making this not very effective, which is going to give a lot of space to Genji and Monkey to go do shit. If she puts pressure on anyone else, that gives a lot of space for Anna to get in a lot of fucking healing. And because we're so spread out on dive, this Pharmacy isn't going to be getting crazy ult charge the way she does against Bunker. So I always kind of assume in the original non-ult cooldown dry fight conditions that our dive isn't successful. It's a soft engage. We're just looking for opportunities, and if none present themselves, everyone has to have a way out, and that's what I'm kind of highlighting here. 7 out of 10 times you guys do get a pick and it snowballs really fast, but I think when we don't get a pick is when we have problems. So you can kind of see here, I think a lot of us forget how fast Mercy is. She can very quickly go from... So on the outskirts of our composition is going to be Monkey and Genji. She can very quickly rotate to either or and help them. So again, like this, you can kind of just see how wrapped they're getting. D.Va is constantly protecting the Ana, so Pharmacy is never able to delete that part of our team. And eventually, you know, we have a shit ton of sustain, these two together. Like, it's very hard to kill an Ana D.Va together. So, they're gonna eventually be forced back as people come on the point. And Monkey, you're really looking to isolate the next target. And on that isolation, that is probably the time we would actually send D.Va in with damage. So in this position, this would be like, you know, still don't hard engage. Never hard engage. But get engaged here. D.Va can come up, probably just her W key. And Samra's using her W key and Genji's using his W key. And Ana, what I would do, once we're in this state of the fight... Holy fuck. That's crazy looking. Oh, that's her hair, that's why. You can rotate into here. So when you rotate into here, you're in a really strong position. Pharmacy has to go over here to be able to hit you. And that is going very, very wide. You can pocket the point on either side, especially this side, and you can't really be hit anymore by the high ground. Pocketing the point from here, you're exposed to the high ground. Pocketing the point from here, or here, you're not, but here you're exposed to their respawn reinforcements. So, as soon as you can, once we've pushed up and they're struggling with the fight between the high ground and the point, Ana, get your ass in there because it's such a strong position. And like I said, if a flanker comes to contest you, it's a really easy sleep dart, just like chucking it through these corners. Oh man, just having a roof over you is so big on Ana, so big. And then, you know, like Sombra, you just come through here and your tanks are making space, so just good to go. Obviously, if someone gets lit, which should happen by this point, Genji's right here, he can dash up to the high ground, Monkey can jump on it, like, that's how you massage the space and kind of get them into this scenario. So, we'll watch it a few times, but pretty much, does it replay on its own? I hope it does. It does not. So, you know, Monkey comes up here, D.Va chills here, Ana pockets as we establish space here. Our flanker goes coast. Sombra, you go and set up your translocator here or here, and go and invis and get ready to gank. Right, pretty much around the moment that we actually start contesting from this space into this one, that's when you uninvis. Genji, that's when you can put pressure on point at the same time. So we have uninvising there, Genji pressuring point, Monkey's coming and pushing and using barrier here or something. Or like if you use barrier really early and holding the space, you can do a high vertical jump, land, do some cleave, then bubble, and then look to drop and run this way back to Ana, because you might not have jump in time, or you might, I'm not sure. You might actually have jump by the time that bubble breaks, I lied. Yeah, so that's how I would do that. You know, we talked about the here. So, Nebby, you did come through there, and you got pressured out, and then Hosoi rotated back to heal you, and then there's no heals on Monkey going through. So, like I said, I would really come this way on coast with Genji. So we're hard engaging, which, you know, we're trying to come from neutral space, and we're just jumping straight into their arms. We haven't done anything to earn that hard engage. Is it because the monkey's sleeping? I hope that's not why you guys went. Remember, Soldier, there's a reason Soldier's next to the Zenyatta. It's to drop healing pad on him. It's not like he doesn't have a hard pocket right next to him.
Engage my APM.
Helden sterben nicht. Helden sterben nicht.
Genji. So this is like what I think is an issue with our team overall, which not a big deal. Or with our dive, not our team. Is that we can't stack so many of our teammates in one direction. See how we have no control on that side of the map? And at least they have their diva on the one side. Like, the way they kind of like, defense is always easier than attack with this kind of stuff. But like on attack, it's all about trading cooldowns to take space, to have all these different angles of attack. This isn't just on the tanks. The reason Yeti is getting nowhere with taking space and hard engaging is because we don't have any pressure on the side pressuring these free angles to make them back up. So Yeti is sitting around too long, and then he's just engaging because he really doesn't have a choice, and he's getting, and like the whole team's getting impatient to just do something. So this is why we like Pharmacy, we like Widow, we like those heroes that can pressure the side with long range. Genji, this is totally something you can do. I need to... where's Discord? Where is it? Here we go. This right here, dude. It's probably impinned. Watch this shit. Really good video, explains a lot of kind of this concept. Yeah. Stop beating a dead horse here.
Helden sterben nicht. Helden sterben nicht. Apagando las luces. Der Kampf ist noch nicht vorbei.
All systems checked out. I'm back in the fight.
Pretty good EMP nano played. We needed to get better heals on Bebop so he didn't deep net. There's really no reason that should have happened.
Objective lost. Stop the payload.
I'm gonna have to shoot you down. No.
So I'm definitely getting low on energy here. Yeti, one thing I wanted to point out with Monkey is if you jump at something and bubble, that is the equivalent of using charge on Reinhardt. That is like a they die or you die pretty much scenario. You have nothing in the tank after you dump everything like that. So I think maybe that mentality will help. But here you use both cooldowns to.
I'm gonna shoot you down.
That was
Come on.
right there. Like, ideally you'd never want to use jump to engage, unless you're like really sure you're gonna get a kill. So you can just see like you blow up. Here, Anna's also too far forward, should be farther back. Why you don't get any heals is that we're like too far up, so they do like a pretty soft dive and they're able to just negate our heals by occupying our healer's attention.
Routing power to forward shield.
Honestly, after EMP, we need to deal with pharmacy block. By the way, really nice job getting EMP again, Ryan, because we won the last fight with EMP Nanoblade, so really good job, dude. By the way, the big brain way to use Diva Bomb is besides the shit we talked about earlier. Wow, they have 6 fucking ults. F4. Let's go. As soon as he uses jump pack to go up, that's when you need it.
Damage amplified.
Ooh, he didn't use any tools.
That's how it's done.
So if you Diva Bomb when a Pharah is as soon as she's boosting, she has to go all the way up to her apex, slow down, then start accelerating down. Diva Bomb would have already gone off. So you always Diva Bomb the apex of a pharmacy. Like Diva Bomb's just straight up deletes a pharmacy. It's if the usually Mercy's GA with a Pharah that boost to like reestablish a higher elevation. So it should catch her too if you do it at the same time. So that's how like you don't even need EMP for that one. Not sure if you guys saw that, by the way. Looks new,
That's how it's done.
Tactical visor activated.
Heroes never die.
Get over here.
it brings you back into stat. Fuck Gengu. Okay.
Mecha activated. I'm back.
Not the right pathing. This is too wide and far. You won't be able to heal anything. And taking this high ground is not worth it. Just we don't even do that when we're attacking. We want to come. You would stay here, and as we establish the space and push them back, then you rotate to this corner.
Time to raise my APM.
Also, be careful with using your nade like that.
New objective. Get the payload moving.
I have your back.
So the way you're about to use your nade, not a huge fan of, because now you don't have it. So if you get pushed, you don't have that extra heal. And if you have an opportunity to inside, you lost it. Get these gimmicky things.
That should be fine.
Always keep tanks in their armor. Always keep tanks in their armor.
60 seconds remaining.
Here we talked about this during the scrim. You're frontlining. This will get you fucked up. Mercy should be up doing shit. Here you just
Personne n'échappe à mon regard.
Nice res. Pretty good car push off that. This kind of goes to show you too.
30 seconds.
A street face is supposed to be easy. You guys, after you finally won that one fight, you got the cart to the end immediately.
Ouch.
Yeah, they like to call it a slot. So here, man, we've gone through 2 parts of this map. Struggling. We struggled to get through point B. Not coming into this section of the map with a decent time bank is why we're not completing maps. We need to come out on attack to play our game, to play our compositions, to control the space that we're practicing, or have consistently practiced. That will give you guys the tools, the ultimates, the advantage, and the time bank to get through this street phase unhindered and to have a real chance at completing these maps. Your defense, you guys are always good at defense. You're good at not overextending. You're good at target calling. You're good at calling out when they make mistakes. Keep that shit up. Like, you guys are the best in the league at it. Like, you know, when Loyalty's got us scored on people, we know it. Like, you know, Yeti, you call great targets, Bebop. Like, this is all we have to do is fix our attacking game, and you guys will easily start 4-0ing again, very easily. Listen, I don't think there's much to talk about on this section because, like, you just don't have a time bank.
Routing power to forward shield. Take it off.
60 seconds.
Also, if the ult charge isn't going well for you in the match on Thursday, Ryan, with EMP, and you hard counter something on Widow, dude,
I am ready.
fuck EMP and just go Widow. Like, so here you asked me a question during the scrims, Loyalty. I actually forgot to double check.
The payload is approaching.
Nerf
Yeah,
this.
here's the bomb. Bebop gets the sick bubble on you.
Remaining.
Game on. Defense matrix activated.
The payload is approaching its destination.
Did you know you had bubble, Bebop? Brother, you gotta tell people. obviously in hindsight you could have been their loyalty, but like that would like we needed to ult track that. I'm trying to see if like there's anything wrong with this positioning without like if we had ult tracked it. Or if this was dry, like if they didn't have Diva Bomb, if there's anything wrong with this. I'll say nah, you're good, because you're in anti-range, so you can keep up Yeti and anti him. I think the us not recognizing they had Diva Bomb was throwing. When they bombed here, if Bebop had been like, yo, I have bubbles, you run. I would try and run behind Bebop. Let's see what happens here in slow-mo. Of course it boops you.
30 seconds remaining.
Do you have sleep? Why don't you have sleep?
Cover me. Ich kümmere mich um dich.
We must keep it safe. I am ready.
Oh, honestly, dude, I would have just nanoed Ryan as soon as he got pinned, brought him back from the brink, and then he would have just fucking laid out the other Ryan.
Routing power to forward barrier.
Why don't you have sleep,
Healing enough.
though?
I am ready.
So, sleeping that diva doesn't do dick. No one's gonna go up and one-shot a diva. Taking her out of the fight for a sleep tart duration is just gonna be annoying because now she'll be in our back line when she wakes up. And it's not like she's contained there. And there's, you know, really good chance she just eats your sleep dart anyway. Would not... You're gonna get no benefit from sleeping that diva. Would not do that. Only benefit you get is a 5 or 6 for a bit, but I don't know. Just doesn't seem worth it. Oh no, dude, what?
Time to raise my APM.
Sleeping Ryan there. We don't have Shatter. We don't have Shatter. We don't have a Diva Bomb. Sleeping him doesn't open us up for any plays. We can anti him, but he's in fucking Narnia still. So that there's a reason Sleep Dart is a 12-second cooldown and it's not your M1. M1 is shit you do to spam corners. There has to be a lot of thought put into these every time these abilities are used. They have to do something. They have to do something. I've seen this on other Annas, like from Jane's videos. I know that's a habit, just sleep darting corners and shit like that. And I would break it. I would start being more mindful.
Nerf this.
Dude, right here, if you slip that Reinhardt, that would have been huge.
We must keep it safe.
Even here, if you slapped it, it would have gotten you the time you needed
I am
to
ready.
heal up Yeti.
Game on.
And, yeah, obviously still having anti would have been nice. Oh shit, Ryan. I can't believe Ryan killed him out of nowhere. But yeah, I would have... Oh man, if you had slept that Ryan, nanoed Yeti and then anti or buffed you and Hosoi after that bomb, you would have stabilized very easily, very comfortably. He would have been dead. This would have never happened. Yeti probably would have got shattered and shattered them, and you guys would have closed out the map.
10 seconds remaining.
So yeah, what I would like, your positioning was fine, not your problem that you got put into that. It's technically your problem, our problem for not O-tracking the Diva Bomb. But if you didn't know about the Diva Bomb, your positioning's fine.
Score 0 to 2.
Like the
Switching
cooldowns
sides.
you had available though is bad. Being on cooldown like that makes Anna really, really, really weak. Defense, you guys did really well. Now I haven't looked at anything else. I only went through those maps before hitting record. Rialto, I think we talked about. It's just like ooh. Alright, this is probably the end of the video. But what we're gonna do real quick is we are going to see if I have scrims with revival still on my account. And this is more for Yeti and Bebop. I'm gonna talk about what the fuck you mean? I'm gonna talk and show the collegiate test was up. Interesting. I'm gonna show you how me and Cream were doing Halt Hook. I hope I still have some of the scrims. Easy, dude. Alright, where's Lycanwall?
Traveling to Eichenwald. 3, 2.
Oh, shit. Let's go back one. I am F6. Let's go back a little bit more.
Ready for battle.
Oh, sorry, guys.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Attackers incoming.
So here Cream warns me he's gonna halt, and I have to go up without a shield to try to scoop something. I still can't reach it. But it's fine, we kind of accounted for that play. Cream told me he just wanted to do that. Obviously I can't reach it. Here I'm reaching the shield. I have one in the bank. Do that, back up. We weren't quite on a fresh shield, and you can see I take a huge amount of punish. Because, you know, when Hog throws Hook, he is locked in that. Very easy to get burned down. You need to have a fresh shield while he's throwing. I forget why I knew the Hog was over here, but I said I'd go push him. I make a huge misplay and I keep using Breeder as if it's fortified. They're pretty easy, like, you know, I keep Hook off cooldown. I rarely touch it, so that way when Arissa's ready, it's there. For those of you who haven't played Orisa before, using Halt is really fucking important for kiting, controlling space, delaying the collapse of space from the enemy team. So she has to use Halt sometimes to do shit when you don't need to use Hook the way she does, so you should be more waiting on Orisa, not just fucking throwing Hook, and then as soon as you have it all cooldown, being like, go Hawk, go Hawk, go Hawk. Here, I actually do have a trouble as a player remembering to shield break all the time, because I'm so focused on the Hawk. There, you know, fresh shield, he called it out. I think right around here we started talking to each other. And I asked him if he could make sure he throws the Halt with a shield, and I think from here we can start rolling them.
Got you good as new.
Here we have Deadeye. We were talking about letting him push in and Deadeye on the rotation. But after we do Halt Hook, because you always start with these easy cooldowns that can win you the team fight. Then you go into your ult combos. So I saw Cream throw that up, so... Unfortunately that halt was a little too far.
Team up for special attack.
How many ults did we use? Just Deadeye and Bongo. Pretty perfect.
Thank you.
Marked by the target. This. There, I think we just transcended a little too early, so we still got killed through the middle. Here you see it. I just follow Orisa, and as soon as she throws in the shield, I get ready, and I go trying. That was a little. I guess Cream looks like Cream was trying to move off to the side. That kind of goes to prove a point as well. They had Maywall, so we never actually did a threatening halt hook that forced the Maywall. And our ult plan was to Baptiste and Whole Hog. But we had all that shit in the way when I went to go use it, and obviously Hog is super fucking vulnerable when he's whole hogging, because he can't heal, he can't mitigate damage, he can get hooked. So that play just kind of got fucked because we didn't set up right at all. And granted, the cart was coming in pretty fast.
Understood. Okay. Understood. It's greetings.
For your safety, please move behind the barrier.
So that was really nice by them. They did gold. Cream finishes off the with Hanzo I pull in. That is how Maywall is used. Now here's rough to hold because we can't hook at all from here. And they have crazy spam that's always going to be hitting this. So our shield's always going to probably break before they're in range of halt hook. So we probably want to be playing from this corner here. That way if shield breaks, he can dip in, we can rotate back, and we have plenty of angles to try and halt hook from.
Amplification is ready.
Team up for special attack.
Counter Blizzard, you know, team the Blizzard second always wins. Fucking picture perfect. We just use bongos with that? Nice. Cool. That's peace be upon you.
I recommend moving behind the barrier.
So now we don't have a barrier for probably another 2 seconds.
You are advised to
Let them up.
You can kind of see, like, we'll go over a little bit slower. The idea is to keep an eye on your Alyssa, and when she halts, you step into where she halted from, and then it's like, it's a straight shot. So I accidentally looked up a little bit, and my timing was a little off. When you go to the side and shit, like the way Rex does, you then have to track haul yourself and then flick it out. And during that whole time, you're also exposed to getting just straight up hooked for being outside of Alyssa shoot.
60 seconds remaining.
stop right there. Cease your resistance.
Victory is within our grasp.
Initiating match. Ready for battle.
Do the same shit. We even we get close to all hooking the
5,
primacy.
4, 3.
Like I said, I'm pretty much done with the video here. It's just kind of like some extra shits, kind of how I position to follow my tank around and shit. You know, we said we're gonna Maywall and rotate, so this was the plan from spawn. Putting a lot of damage on the here I have already. One from that. Now this is the time I go. There's too many people around. I tend to aim at the, you see with the baby diva, I always aim at the center to the bottom of the hull. That's, maybe it's because I played so much Orisa, I actually know how they get pulled in. But right here, you can see, like, if you have it right, well, it's hard for you guys to tell because I use controller, because I flick it up. But, like, it's always like that, man, is there a hull? Right here is that fucking juicy spot, man. You shoot right there, because when you're Orisa, as you halt, you track up to there and then back down with your projectiles.
My ultimate is charging.
Louis, I totally fucked you, and we still gotta talk about position later.
Escort the payload.
Backup requested.
My biggest primary goal in this composition is the shield break and the hull.
sterben nicht. Cease your resistance.
Let them up.
Rain from above.
Please move behind the barrier.
Because the gold went out early, I had to like keep her off. Probably shouldn't have whole hog though. I've underestimated, but overestimated how much damage it does. Thought that was going to be a lot more impressive.
Let's keep the payload
The
moving.
payload has reached the checkpoint.
He's on you. He's on you.
And here I started feeling, because this was the first map I've ever really played because I just haven't been playing the game. Here I started feeling comfortable with low up hooks and stuff, and I got way more active with the whole planning, the whole tracking and stuff.
Let them up.
Rocket barrage incoming.
We were gonna halt hook, but decided against it, so I didn't accidentally scoop the bomb through our shield.
Into the iris.
Special attack. Heroes never die.
Creamy must ended it so quick. Is there any other good This has to be us attacking. This actually might show you how to position.
Traveling to Numbani, ready
I think
for
this might
battle.
actually be worth it to watch.
I grow tired of winning true self.
So we do Zen Anna, a little bit different than how we play, but oh no, we go Mercy, we go Mercy. Oh, this is defense.
I'll be watching over you. You should be at peak performance levels.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Attackers incoming.
It's the same thing, right? We're looking here. This is how you actually dive on or play dive defense. Monkey is coast. Diva's here to kind of make them earn that space. Pharmacy spamming here. No offense progress, but you were DPSing a little too much because I had to heal the tanks and not pocket Pharah. Do a good job just basically giving space, giving some space on the objective and barely keeping ourselves up. Oh, this was a 9 minutes, so we go the whole distance. So with Anna, progress positioning is actually pretty good, Louis. Like right here is kind of pretty much perfect. You can heal there, you can heal over there, and you can come drop over here, more on the point, all the way to the cart, so you can heal stuff there. And drop it.
Feeling powerful.
feel like we're pretty good defense, so I don't know. Diva should be on the left side. We have 2 inch free space over there. They could isolate progress, but that is a very defensible position.
30 seconds remaining.
Nerf this! I'm back in the fight!
I think that Bob is what clears us off for me. Real quick, sorry guys. We hold them the way Reckless Pandas held you earlier. I got really fucking the old things. Jesus Christ.
Boosters engaged!
I can't play Mercy all the way to the end, do I? I might.
Apagando las luces. Justice reigns from above.
Is approaching its destination.
Heldensterben nicht.
So weird how it ends like that. So I guess the other one was our attack?
Traveling to Numbani, ready for battle.
Concerns me it's only 3 minutes, we might not get the point.
Attackers incoming in 30 seconds.
On!
Defend objective A.
It's the same thing that we've been talking about the whole time. This actually free me up. This Cream is just chilling on the Mega. See the supports. This is one of the rare few times both supports are stacked on top of each other. Our Widow is going coast to open up that sight line to be able to really make space and force them off of there. Cream takes a conservative dive in and just holds the corner of the objective while we cap. He uses the bubble basically just to cross and touch quickly, so he doesn't lose too much health in bubbles, and then he jumps up when people are lit. DC went in and went fairly aggressive on there, and we were able to get a few picks. Oh yeah, I did, what the fuck did I do there? I did something, I forget.
Defend objective A.
Pretty much just, like, I obviously can't fucking aim for dick out of control, but it's pretty simple. Like, these are the corners I'm telling you about, I'm just spamming around head level, discording stuff. got quite a few hits on the and I was able to rotate over to under that tray, I think, and that's going to make it really hard to push frag anymore. Pretty simple. Just keep doing all again. Discord something up there. Pretty easy to win.
The payload is secure. Move it out.
Hi.
Oh, we fucking rolled them. That's why this is so... So I'm just spamming where they're going to be coming from to the best of my ability at head level. Since Ana's pretty far back, I'm going to keep Harmony and Genji. Supports dude push while the other team's so far back. Especially Zen or Ana can. My orbs go really far. So we're a bit too in front of the fight here.
No one can hide from my sight.
Just pretty good old plan. We waited until we were at the end of our resources and we nano bladed. And I just made sure I got Discord on stuff while I was on card. Hear that sound? That's spamming Discord because I can't see them. The second they show themselves, I'll Discord without even knowing that I saw something.
That's done.
Escorting the payload.
No way. Alright, so some interesting stuff is really about to happen here. They have Transcendence and I have Transcendence. So after... Is that R-Bomb? Yeah, R-Bomb lands. They Transcendence and Bongo. I wait a few seconds and then I Transcendence and I pocket our team. And I made sure to have Discord on someone before I transed. So I told him, as while I waited for that quick second for the other trans to go, I was like, yo, I'm gonna trans, push with me, like, I'm transing, I'm gonna trans. I trans, I heal up everyone. The reason you like transing second is that when they're trans, like, so there's two trans out, right? No one can fucking die. Eventually their trans ends first. And then there's a period where my team can't die, and theirs can. And when we're done transing, obviously both teams can die, but we're coming out at full fucking health, and the other team's been under damage that whole time. So the longer you can get away with waiting before you trans following an enemy trans, the bigger of a window you have post their trans where you guys are just dumping damage and they can't return it. So I think I discorded Arissa and Cream and DC were able to kill her. Downside to this play, good thing I got Discord out. Rough part about Transcendence is I can't use my M1 at all when I'm using trans, so I'm really reliant on my teammates cleaning up a kill, and we just finished getting it in after that. Don't think there's anything else from that scrim worth talking about. Nah. Unless, did we need Havana? Is Havana in our map pool? No. Okay. Alright, I'm really tired. I'm gonna wrap this up, start uploading it. Thanks to whoever watches it. Sorry it's fucking scatterbrained and not as even worse quality than the last one, but I'm pretty much MIA until after work on Thursday. And I don't know how much before your match that'll be, so DM questions. I'll be texting in Discord the next 2 days, but I fly out tonight to Cali and then I have work and I probably gonna dip into work today too for a bit, so I will talk to you guys soon. Louis, I'll definitely actually meet up with you before the match this time. And we'll go over some stuff. Plus, you know, right now I'm completely shot, so being a little fresh will help with giving you better content. Alright, ciao, bye-bye.